Lubbock, Texas. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Utah Utes, taking on last year's national champion, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Red Raiders will put total leather to crank us up. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Utah's offense will have the ball first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to...
Turning it on! And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you. So many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
They'll line up for a second down play. He'll pull it on the read. Jukes his way from home. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric, trying to help Tech on this third down. Wilson will throw. Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Utes send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So Texas Tech's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
Snagged in the middle. It's Burrell. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Red Raiders will have it first and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
Hard running there. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A strike downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
Man, just keeping the defense completely off balance. When you think it's a run, it's a pass. When you think it's a pass, it's a run. Nice job by this offense, going right down the field in 6 plays and now set up for first and goal.
And the Red Raiders are threatening on first and goal. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2.
Jackrabbit.
They'll try to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Moving out of the pocket. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wilson to pass. Now he's going to break the pocket. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll keep it himself. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Shakes off the defender. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. On the run, it's Green.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Here's the pressure. Escapes the sack. Quick spin on the run. Found enough room to to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Wilson will throw. Got it set up on the outside. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a first at the 29. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Hand off from the shotgun. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
The give from the gun. Fighting off the defender. And he fought for everything he could. Probably lucky it wasn't worse with all of the company he had in the backfield. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Tulsa is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by a field goal over UAB. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Under fire! And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down.
42 Spider.
They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Hammond. Makes the grab. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hump. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the right. He's got it. They get him down with this offense to set up 1st and goal from the 9.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Snap in the shotgun. Got it in the middle, it's West. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders! You want to keep your offense on the field, wear down the defense, put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been pumped the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Utes now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wilson to pass. Oh, they're after him. Oh, he had it and he dropped it. Almost one of those big plays he's known for. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. And the Utes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes the grab. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away.
Okay, ready?
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40.
Come on, set. Ready, go.
Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Makes the catch, it's West. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Red Raiders line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the returner is stopped. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time, but you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab down the middle. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Utes will punt it away on 4th down. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
To the air, it's Hammond. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And then third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, running back gets to give. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. looking to throw on first down. Using his feet to buy time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Back to pass. Under fire. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. Fourth down coming up. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. The kick is on its way. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you.
Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Wilson will throw. Here's a heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
And the Utes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
Holds it in and looking upfield. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jones AT&T Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making the play.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Fires to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. The Red Raiders have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the catch down the right side. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Man, I love this offensive approach, man. All gas, no brakes. You got the lead, so what? Continue to do what you do. Find those one-on-one situations and continue to stay aggressive.
And the Red Raiders have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Just keep slinging it. Big fella moving. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Red Raiders. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. Found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by 6 over Mississippi State. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Sweet cut there. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line. The Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run play action. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. They go to the ground. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wilson to pass. Gets it out fast. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the 3rd downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Utes will call on their punt team. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time.
The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Give to the running back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
To the air, it's Hammond. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the pummeling has started.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner goes down. Utah has it back in the offense coming onto the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give on the inside. Powers through the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall, now 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. He stopped at the 15, not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. The Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up.
Ready, set. Cricket.
The inside handoff. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go?
Easy.
Handoff from the gun. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
Spider.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. And it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. On first down, here comes this offense.
Let's go.
Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Touch pass on the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Complete downfield. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Red Raiders are marching down the field.
29 Philly. 2-9.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. Got his man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Virginia Tech is in danger of getting demolished today. And while this is only one game, I think anyone who knows this will linger for some time. They're trailing by 14 to Auburn. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? Breaks into the open. Makes it past the marker. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold on.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. They'll operate out of split backs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
He's brought down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's a first down for the offense.
Wilson to pass. That's caught. It's Green.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. And you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Creates a little space. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Utes will snap it on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side now. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
3:25.
Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the fourth quarter.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Utah! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Dropping back, it's Hammond. They're setting up the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll go to the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Red Raiders will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Nice move to pick up yardage. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to pass. Finds his man in the middle. Gets away from one. He's got space. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. From the gun, the running back has it. Makes one man miss. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Utes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Rides the back on the option, the give. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense ground game clicking? Or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Wilson will throw. Looking to get it in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Ready,
This
fight.
whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Utes!
And was there ever any doubt, guys? 4th and goal, you got to turn around, give it to your bell cow. Just know he's going to find a way to get it in the end zone, and he did exactly that.
He'll try to tack on one more.
For the extra point.
And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown.
Utah, 17.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but Overton, they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory.
Ready up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
The give as they work on that clock. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field.
On to punt it away.
They boot it away. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11.
29
He'll do it himself. Nice move to keep running. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Utah.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wilson to pass. Hit as he throws. This time on target. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And the Utes getting set on 1st and 10.
Timeout.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Carter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Green. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He wants a big play here late. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. Like, he knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the defense.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.